guys, it's Niyah, and in today's video I will be talking about hair. Basically, I will be talking about hair types, hair treatments, hair mask, all of that, really, everything that we need to know about our hair that helps us to care for it better. Let's talk about it. Once again, I'm in this spinning chair, so if you see me moving around throughout the video, I'm sorry. And if you guys see me on my phone a lot, it's because I have notes on my phone, because I can't remember all of this. So I have notes for each hair porosity, I have notes for each hair type, notes for each hair oil. So I'm sorry. So as much as we would like it to be, curly hair isn't as easy as washing and that's it. Curly hair is a lot. It's a lot of different types, a lot of different textures, and all this stuff that goes into curly hair, really. And everyone's is different, so you have to learn how to kind of care for your hair. Like, what I do for my hair might not work for your hair because we have two different hair textures and two different hair types and all of that. So we're gonna start off with the regular hair typing. So that's just like, this is the basics. This is where I feel like everyone should know their hair types, know how to do their hair. So it starts off from 1 to 4, and 1 is just straight, regular, straight hair, no type of wave to it or anything. And 2 is when it starts to get wavy, and 3A is when it starts to get like curly, and then it gets curlier and curlier as it goes along. Hair typing chart somewhere. I'll leave the hair typing chart somewhere here so that you guys can see that for yourselves, so you guys can really get a feel of what your hair type is, because once you know your hair type, it's really like the key to caring for your hair. Being the next most important thing is porosity. A lot of people haven't really done the porosity test or really know about the porosity in their hair. So I'm going to leave the chart, I want to say. It's not really a chart, it's like how you test it out. I'll leave a picture of that here so that you guys can see that. But basically, what you're going to do is put a clean piece of hair in a cup, and whether it floats, sinks, or stays in the middle determines what your hair porosity is. And you guys are probably sitting there like, hair porosity, what's that? That's how much moisture your hair allows to get into it. So if you have a low porosity, hair really doesn't allow moisture to come in as easily. So you have to wash your hair more often, or do more hair masks more often, and do this, that, and the third. And then once you have a high porosity, that means that water really gets into your hair, not water, that moisture really gets into your hair good. And that's, I wouldn't say one of the best porosities, because having over moisturized hair is a thing. So yeah. I'm going to talk about low porosity, middle porosity, and high porosity. So when you have low porosity, it means that your hair strands are tighter together, so it doesn't allow moisture to come in, and it retains moisture. And that's why it may be harder when you're washing your hair or trying to moisturize your hair, and it just keeps getting drier and drier. I have low porosity hair, so I feel you. I'm right here with you. And it's just hard to really get your hair moisturized because of that. I get the feeling. For medium porosity hair, the hair cuticles are not as tight, but they're not the loosest either. And this is the easiest to manage hair. You know how people say that washing your hair with cold water is best for your hair? Low porosity hair is actually best when washed with hot water, or like with warm water. With low porosity hair, I found that going underneath the dryer, or even just putting a towel in the dryer and then wrapping that around your hair when you do a deep conditioner is better than just leaving the conditioner in for 30 minutes. People think that leaving the deep conditioner in overnight gives it the best, but with low porosity hair, when you heat it, it actually works the best. Like, low porosity hair needs to be heated to really soak up the moisture and really be moisturized, because we retain moisture so easily. High porosity hair, protein treatments I've heard are the best. We don't really need protein treatments like the normal porosity and the low porosity hair, but protein treatments kind of help balance out the moisture in high porosity hair. So if you have high porosity hair, I recommend a lot of protein treatments such as apple cider vinegar rinses, peppermint tea rinses. More about low porosity hair is I've learned you have to cleanse or shampoo your hair more often than not. Oftentimes you hear that shampooing your hair isn't the best for curly hair, but in reality, low porosity hair needs to be shampooed a lot, because since we retain moisture, it's easy for product to build up on our scalp, so we have to cleanse our hair more often. Like I said last time, you don't really need to use cold water to wash your hair. It's not really the best for your hair. It actually closes the cuticles, so that wouldn't really help in our case. Also avoiding heavy proteins. Yeah. Now for high porosity hair, you should deep condition at least once a week and do it for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and do it with heat. Look for heavy deep conditioners, not like really light ones. I use really light ones because I don't have high porosity hair. I have low porosity hair, and I feel like that works best for my hair. But with high porosity, you want to use heavier deep conditioners. High porosity hair doesn't have that really protective layer as other hair porosities do have, so it's prone to get damaged more easily. So you would want to use heavier oils in your hair, such as castor oil, olive oil, avocado oil. That all kind of substitutes for you missing that protective layer of your hair. That's all I can really say about the low and high porosity hair. Just that that's a really important part of knowing your hair. If you're moisturizing your hair too much and you wind up having high porosity hair, then it's not really gonna work for you. And if you don't moisturize your hair enough and you wind up having low porosity hair, then it's not gonna work for you. So porosity is also one of the most important things to do. And once again, to test that out, all you have to do is take a washed piece of hair, just a little strand, and put it in a cup of water and wait for about 5 minutes. And if it floats, then it's low porosity. If it's in the middle, then it's normal porosity. If it sinks to the bottom, then you have high porosity hair. For another very important part of caring for curly hair, it comes to oils. Now we have natural oils and we have oils to it. And as you should know, our natural hair oils are great, and that's why you shouldn't really wash your hair every day, like maybe once or twice a week, because we have natural hair oils that really are good for our hair and that really help us thrive. But sometimes we need a little bit of help from the other oils that we add in. So I know a lot of people don't really know like what each oil does. We've heard of it and we've used it, but like, what does it really do, you know? So I'm just gonna go through a list of oils. Castor oil, I know a lot of people use it. Jamaican black castor oil. Everybody uses it for hair growth and all that, and it's one of the best. I've used it before too. And basically it just promotes hair growth, prevents hair breakage, and improves scalp circulation, and it also treats hair loss. To use castor oil, I mean, you can use it any way that you choose, but I feel like this is the way that I recommend to you. You can mix castor oil with any essential oil, or you can just use it regularly. I know castor oil has a smell that not a lot of people like, so you can mix it with essential oils or something. And you just massage the oil onto your scalp and leave it overnight. You can put a shower cap on or whatever, however you choose, and just wash it off with shampoo in the morning. Now moving on to avocado oil. I personally have never tried avocado oil, but I really want to. So for avocado oil is it repairs damaged hair and moisturizes, and it also makes your hair smooth and silky, and it's also an anti-dandruff oil, so like when you have dandruff you can use this oil. With this oil, what you're going to do is mix it with your conditioner and leave it for at least 10 minutes, and then rinse it off with cool water or warm water depending on your hair porosity. Now almond oil, this is another oil that I've never tried before. And the benefits of this is that it adds shine, it reduces hair breakage, it treats split ends, and also has a natural SPF of 5, and it strengthens your hair as well. So in order to use this oil, like I said before, I'm not telling you how to live your life. These are just recommendations. You would apply the warm oil to your scalp and rub it gently until most of the oil is absorbed into the scalp, and leave it on for about 30 minutes and wash it off with shampoo. And that is a lot of that's a lot of the oil treatments, really. I'll get into that later with the good treatments that I've used in my hair. I'll get into the hot oil treatments and stuff, so I'll save that for later. And next is one of the oils that I use in my hair all the time. I know a lot of you guys use in your hair all the time, and that's coconut oil. Now coconut oil, just to tell you guys all the benefits of it, because you guys may know some, or maybe you just don't know any, but you know it's good for your hair. It's doing something good for your hair. So the benefits of coconut oil is that it supports hair growth. It has a natural SPF of 2 to 8, and it also improves scalp health. It treats dandruff, and it eliminates dry and frizzy hair. So for your coconut oil, you can really use it any way that you choose. I use it in my lock method. I use it after I wash my hair. I use it often. You can use it in a hot oil treatment, or you can even mix a few drops in your shampoo for healthy hair. Now macadamia oil is the next one. I've used this a lot when my hair is straight. I don't think I've ever used it when my hair is curly. And I use straight in my hair a lot, so I used to use macadamia oil and olive oil a lot in my hair. So let's just read the benefits of macadamia oil. And that is that it strengthens hair. It has a natural SPF of 6. It prevents hair damage, heals split ends, and also moisturizes dry hair. And a lot of these oils are really good for dry hair, because that's what a lot of curly hair people have a problem with, is dry hair. So yeah. And to use this oil, you can just put in your leave-in conditioner for like all day protection. You can leave it in, and you don't really have to rinse it out. Now grapeseed oil, which I have also never used before, but I've heard so much good things about it. The benefits are it helps moisturize your scalp, it prevents dandruff, conditions your hair, natural heat protectant, and it also prevents hair loss. What you're going to do is smooth a drop of oil just after showering when your hair is just a little bit damp, and it will leave your hair smooth, soft, and shiny, supposedly. Now, everyone has used this oil. I used it in one of my previous videos, and that is olive oil. So olive oil adds softness and shine, deeply conditions, reduces frizz, also has a natural SPF of 2 to 8, as well as the coconut oil, and it's a remedy for split ends. This one, you can apply warm oil to your hair, you can cover your hair with the cap, then wrap it with a towel and let it sit for 45 minutes, and then shampoo. And there's a whole bunch of other oils, but I don't think I should really get into all of them. I got into the main ones, the ones that everyone really talks about, one that I've heard often, the ones that I've used before. And yeah, oils are a very important part of my hair care routine, as it should be with yours. Like I said before, I use it in my lock method, which is leave-in conditioner, oil, and cream. I also use it after I regularly wash my hair. I'll wash it, I'll leave oil in it, or I'll do I'll wash it, I'll leave conditioner in it, and then put oil in it. Oil kind of seals your hair, so what I'm telling you is, if you want to moisturize your hair, don't oil your hair first. It's not going to work. Your hair isn't going to retain the moisture from it. And that's why the lock method is the best, because you put the leave-in conditioner in it, and then you put the oil, and then you put the cream, and the cream kind of sits on top of your hair, and it makes your curls better, but you still get the moisture from the leave-in conditioner. So yeah, that's why I 10 out of 10 recommend the lock method. If you guys haven't seen it in my last video, it came out really good. So yeah, I think you guys should check that out. And like I said, I'll leave the link in the bio for that video. Since I am kind of running out of time, I know this video is probably going to be long because I've been talking for a really long time. I'm just going to talk about the last thing that I want to talk about, which was hair mask and treatments. Leave-in conditioners and deep conditioners are honestly the best thing for curly hair. I do my leave-in conditioner every time I wash my hair, but I deep condition. Yes, I do my leave-in conditioner every time I wash my hair, and I deep condition every other week. So I actually have to deep condition this week. So I'm just gonna tell you guys what the best deep conditioner that I use. Some of them may be homemade, some of them store-bought. So one of the best hair mask and treatments that I do is the mayonnaise and eggs one. And I've done this one in one of my previous videos. But what you're gonna do is take a little bit of mayonnaise and take 2 eggs and then put them into a cup or a bowl, whichever one really you feel like using. And then you're only gonna take a little bit of olive oil, not too much, and just mix that together until it sort of becomes a paste, and you just put that in your hair and you leave it in for about 30 minutes. And like I said, with low porosity hair, I recommend I recommend putting a towel in the dryer and then wrapping that around your shower cap when you do it. That's also a really good way to open up the cuticles so that your hair can really get in the moisture. So now another one that I'm going to recommend is a apple cider vinegar rinse. I don't do it on my hair because I have low porosity hair and it's not really the best for my hair. But apple cider vinegar rinses are very good when you have high porosity hair, and it's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's an apple cider rinse. Also, you can use the apple cider with the Indian clay mask. I thought that I had some more, but apparently I don't. So I can't show this to you guys, but I will leave a picture somewhere here of that. And you just mix that with the apple cider vinegar, and you will leave that in your hair for like 30 minutes, and then you rinse it out. And the last and final one that I'm going to recommend to you guys would be the last and final one that I'm going to recommend to you guys would be the hot oil treatment. Basically exactly what it sounds like. You heat the oil, whatever oil you choose to use, and you rub that into your scalp, you leave it for a little bit, and you rinse it out with shampoo. You can do that with any oil that you choose. Like I went over the oils before, and some of them had that in the description, I would say. So yeah, I recommend that treatment to really cleanse your scalp and all that jazz. There are plenty other hair masks and treatments that I do in my hair, and if you guys would like to see a video on all of these treatments and hair masks and all that, and me making them and actually doing them, then comment down below that you want to see that, and I will get to that. I think that is it for today's video, so thank you so much, you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys want to see next week, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. My names will be in the bio and also in the intro and the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!